Hi all the students of Narayana 9th standard. Today here I am in front of you all to discuss the topic work power energy, assignment number 13. In this assignment, the first question which you are going to go through is two bodies of equal masses moving with uniform velocity v and 2v respectively, then the ratios of their kinetic energies respectively. Now how do you try to solve these kind of sums is, whenever they give such kind of a question, you just go through this question like this: two bodies of equal mass. Yes, two bodies of equal masses, that means their masses are same and moves with the uniform velocities, and it is a uniform velocity. You have v for one of the kinetic energy and 2v for another kinetic energy. So let us take kinetic energy 1 and kinetic energy 2. Okay, from this we will take half mv square. As the equal masses we have over here, we will take half m. Your velocity in the second case is 2v, so I will write 2v. As for the formula, it is going to be square. Now what happens over here is, they are asking you to find the ratios over here. So if you try to find out the ratios over here, I will write k1 is equals to half m v square by k2 is equals to half m 4 v square. Now here, from here you can find that half gets cancelled, m gets cancelled, and you will be left over k1 by k2, that is kinetic energy 1 by kinetic energy 2 is equals to v square by 4 v square. Now if you are checking out over here, you will be left over v square and v square gets cancelled, and you will be left over with k1 by k2 is going to be equal to 1 by 4. So the ratio over here for this two, so the ratio of kinetic energy is 1:4, first option, right? Let us go for next option. Next question, let us go for next question. And in this question we have to find energy required to accelerate a car from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second. So energy required over here is this. So if you are checking over here, this car is getting accelerated, it is getting accelerated, so that means there is a change in velocity. In the first case of kinetic energy, the change in velocity is somewhat from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second, and in compared to another acceleration you have 0 to 10. Now how much time the kinetic energy is going to get increased, they are asking you the question. Now in this kind of a case, again you will take kinetic energy 1 is equals to half m v square. So here if you observe, in the first case your change in kinetic energy, change in velocity is happening from 10 to 20. So in that case I am going to use this v square like this, like from final velocity, which is 20 square minus 10 square, and that is k1, and in k2 it is going to be equal to half m, and final velocity is 10 square minus 0 square. In this case it is 0, so I am taking it as 0. So from here, how could I write this? This is going to be half into half m, right? Half m into 400 minus 100. So that is nothing but equal to half m into 300. And here in this second case you will be having half m 100 minus 0, because 10 square is 100, 0 square is 0. So now from here we are going to get half m into 100. So if you find out the ratios of this, let us take k1 by k2. Now how much you are going to get? K1 is given as half m, so half m into 300, and down you have half m into 100. So half m gets cancelled. You will be left over with 300 by 100, and that too also, if it gets cancelled, you are going to be left over with 3 by 1. So your answer over here for the ratios is going to be 3 by 1. If you want, like, you can check it out. K1 by K2 is equals to 3 by 1. So from here K1 is going to be equal to 3 K2. So it is going to get increased 3 times. That means it is going to get increased 3 times. Second option. So hope this is helpful for you. Let us go for the next question. So next question is here. In this question, your body starts from rest. Okay, that means initial velocity is 0. From here you are able to find it out, and is acted on by a constant force, and it is acted by a constant force. So here this is very important. It is acted by a constant force. Constant force means it is not a variable force, and you don't have some change in the force. That is fixed force. Now the ratio of kinetic energy gained by it in the first 5. So they are asking you in first 5 seconds, and that gained in the next 5 seconds. That means total time in the next 5 seconds is going to be 10. So this is in the next 5 seconds is how much they are asking you. So in this kind of a cases, you have to think, that means in the first case they have given it started from rest, and also they have given you a constant force. That means if F is constant, that means F is equals to ma, and everyone knows that mass is constant, and if in that case who is going to be also constant? A is also going to be constant. That means A is also constant. So when you notice that A is constant, that means from the kinematics equation you can find the relation for A and V. As you know, it is starting from rest. Let us apply a kinematic equation. V is equals to U plus AT. So from there, anyway, initial velocity is 0. So V is going to be equal to AT. Right? Now let us try to go into the substitution of this V value in the kinematic equations. Now let us take the first kinematic equation as K1 is equals to half m V square. In that V square, let us substitute for the first time of first 5 seconds. Then let us see how it is going to happen. So the time is first 5 seconds. So time relation is given, V is equals to 80. In that V we will substitute it. So if you try to substitute in this V, what you will be getting? V square is nothing but here AT square we will be writing, AT square, right, AT whole square. Now this is K1. Now in this, what we know, half m we know. Okay, m is given and m is not given. So A, you also don't know that, and you know time, which is given as 5. Okay, time is given 5, and you have a whole square over here, and that is nothing but equals to K1 is equals to half m 25 A square. This is for K1. Let us find for K2. We'll find for K2 now. Now when you try to find it out for K2, K2 is equals to half m, and A, what is the time over here? This time you have change in time we have over here. Now you can get around somewhat like there is a change in time. That means your next 5 seconds. That means you have 10 square. Anyway, A square, 10 square means we'll write it as 10 square minus 5 square. Okay, so this is T2 square minus T1 square. You will get the change over there. Now what happens over here is you will be getting somewhat around 100 minus 25 is 75. So 10 square is 100, 5 square is 25. I'm going to write it directly. So you will be getting to half m 75 a square you will be left over with. From here, if you observe clearly, so m and a square over here you will be getting, see this one is, if you are trying to find out the ratios over here for k1 and k2, for k1 by k2 is going to be equal to, k1 by k2 is nothing but 25 by 2 m a square, 25 by 2 m a square by 75 by 2 a square, 75 by 2 m a square. You cancel 2 m a square gets cancelled because all are constant. A is constant, mass is also constant, we'll cancel them. And what else is left over here? k1 by k2 is equals to 25 by 75. Okay, 5 5s and 5 15s 75, so 1 and 3. So k1 by k2 is going to be equal to 1 by 3. So the ratio over here is 1:3. So the option is fourth option. So your option is fourth option. So next question, let us go with the next question, and I hope this question is helpful for you. Let us go with the next question. Right, now this is your fourth question. Let us discuss about this question. Now in this question you have 150 grams mass. You have 150 grams of mass. It is given in, you see, you have to convert that into kgs. It is given in CGS because you have to convert it into SI. Now here we have the given data over here is, we have 150 grams of mass and velocity is given in vector form, that is 2i cap plus 6j cap meter per second at a certain instant of kinetic energy. Now from the formula of kinetic energy, Ke is equals to half mv square, right? From there half, what is the m over here? 150 grams. So if I want to convert it into SI, that means into kgs, then I will be writing it like 150 into 10 power, 150 into 10 power minus 3 kgs, right? So I have converted it into SI, so I don't want to write these units over here. Now I have converted it, and now my velocity square is nothing but, I will write it as v bar into v bar, into v bar. So when I want to write it like this, because v square in vector form I can write it like this, not as v square. Now I am going to write down directly in the vector form. Why? Because I don't want to waste your time. You all know that and learned it in vectors. So 2i cap means 2i cap plus 6j cap into 2i cap plus 6j cap. So what you are going to get over here is 4 plus 36 and 150 into 10 power minus 3 you will be getting, 1 by 2 you will be getting. So you will be getting somewhat around 1 by 2, 40 into this 4 plus 36 is going to be 40. So into 150 into 10 power minus 3 I will be left over here. So 2 1s are 2 20s are, and you will be left over somewhat around 20 into 150 will be, okay, you will be getting somewhat 3000 into 10 power minus 3. So here you will be getting the value as 3 joules of energy. So your kinetic energy is going to be equal to Ke is equals to 3 joules. So your answer over here is third option, right? Hope this is helpful. Let us go for the next question. Right, this is very famous question. We find it very frequently whenever we talk about this work power energy in the form of energy questions. Definitely this question we are going to discuss. Now let us talk about this question also. Now here, on increasing the speed of a body, how much did you increase? You increased 2 meters per second as its speed. Now its kinetic energy is quadrupled. Then its original speed must be. That means how to find it out is, we will try to give it from the equation of kinetic energy. Ke is equals to half mv square. So you have increased your velocity to 2 meters per second. So I am going to write it as Ke. This is Ke1. So Ke2 is equals to half m. V square is increased to 2 meters per second. So I will be writing it as 2 meter per second as a square. Now how can I write this thing is, this is quadruple, that means it is increased. See, quadruple means it has been 4 times increased by increasing its speed for 2 meters per second. Initially it used to be K1, but when you increased your speed to 2, it has increased it, the kinetic energy also got increased for 4 times. So now how do you solve it and compare what is your actual velocity from this equations is, now you will be getting it like this. You can write it as half m. So this 2 can be written as, I want v, so I don't want to cancel my v over here and make you confused. So I am going to write it in the form of 2 into 1 whole square. So what you will be doing for this next thing is 4ke2 is equals to half m and 4 into 1. 4 into 1, you will be having 4 ke2. From this equation, from this thing, what you will be finding out, 4 and 4 you can cancel and you will be left over with ke2 is going to be equal to half m into 1, half m into 1, or you can take it as 1 square. So actually this is whole square, right? So you applied the square and I have removed it. So 1 square is 1 only. So from here my v value I can easily find out, it is 1. My v value is going to be 1 meter per second. Okay, so the option over here is second option. Your value is 1 meter per second. When you increase your speed for 2 meters per second, your kinetic energy is going to get increased for 4 times, and at actual velocity, that means then the original speed must be 1 meter per second. 1 meter per second, right? Hope this was helpful for you all. So thank you, and let us meet in the next assignment. Until then, bye.